How did we meet? Well, we met actually at a phenomenal HBCU, Florida A&M University. This was a very interesting story. Actually, let me tell you how it went. It went like this, right? First thing you need to understand that we were singing in the gospel choir. And while we were singing in the gospel choir, one day she looked down and she saw me and she said, "Oh, that brother is fine." I mean, oh my God. She couldn't even direct. She was trying to direct. She couldn't even do it. The choir was singing everything because I was, she saw me. And then after rehearsal that day, she actually ran up to me. It was like one of them slow running, beach scenes. And she just ran up to me and just really fell in my arms. And, I wanted to be a good Samaritan. I wanted to help out. So, I gave her my number. And then from there, we've been together forever. It's pretty much how we met.
We didn't really meet. We was in the same place at the same time for 4 years, and then one day we met. You get it? Like we was in the choir. We was in there 4 years. We never said anything to each other. Never. Absolutely nothing. I didn't know his name. I don't know whether he knew my name. Well, he probably knew my name because I was leadership and things of that sort. But a conversation. Nothing. So we was in proximity for 4 years, the same room, every Tuesday, every Thursday, engagements, trips, whatever the case is. But we didn't initially meet until, 4 years after that. We was on our way out, and we just met. I don't know if I just caught him and it was some light on me one day, and he just, I don't know. One day I was illuminated. Or I have no clue, but one day he I guess the Lord just opened his eyes basically, yeah, that is how we met. It was very, very interesting. Yeah, but I guess in short, that's how we met.
Actually, I can't say that she was. She was she is very unassuming. So if you don't know her, you won't know that there's certain sides of her. You won't know that she is probably one of the funniest people in the world. You won't know just from she's unassuming. You wouldn't think that. And then for me, so when I first when we first got to know each other, that was something that I didn't know. But man, let me tell you something. This lady, this woman, this girl is a comedian. Do you understand that? So was she the type of, I didn't know it from the jump, but man, I know it now.
No, not really. Well, no and yes. There was, some things that I figured that I would end up marrying. I would marry someone that was some way musical type, because I love music, and athletic some type of way. I guess I'm not even going to talk about the list situation, but because I was at a point that I was a little past the list. The list was still important, but it wasn't. It was so many other things that mattered to me at that point. I was past just the list. I was looking for other things as well. So that's why I say yes, because I was looking for very specific things as relates to character, personality, things of that sort. Someone that, I could laugh with and just really be myself. But on the other end, absolutely not. He was just not the person that I thought I would end up with. Because of his, R&B-ish, type of swag that he had. And, I was a church girl. I've been in church all my life. So I thought I was going to marry somebody that was very similar to that background, just very similar, very churched, quote unquote. Not him. But yeah, so he was not. But as it relates to I guess things that I looked for, like personality, character, he was. I think he was exactly what I was looking for. But just kind of a lot of physical stuff, and I think he was totally on the opposite side.
what I admired about her was her, well, first, her commitment to God. It was something interesting that I hadn't really seen. She has this pursuit after God, and nothing else matters. Like, I didn't even matter. Like, you don't understand. I didn't even matter. She went on a 21-day fast from me. Well, it might not have been from me, but it felt like it was from me. She went on a 21-day fast from talking to people. And here it is. We had recently, exchanged information, and she told me, hey, yeah, so I can't talk to you because I'm going on a fast. I'm like, what do you mean fast? Fast for what? Why are you fasting? What's going on? So I just admired her relationship with God. I said, man, of course, let's not be super spiritual. She was fine and is fine. And I said, okay, I wouldn't even know her relationship with God. Did I say that out loud? I did. I wouldn't have even known. But she was fine, and she had a relationship with God. I said, oh, no. I got to get to know this woman. So yeah, I admired her pursuit after God.
I admired his heart for people, and I admired just his, he had a level of sacrifice that I didn't see in a lot of people, our age. I remember a time where I don't know how in the world I was looking at his mail. I was just passing by. He wasn't home, or I was waiting for him to get home, and I went into his room and I seen a mail. I don't know why did I open it. I can't tell you why I opened it, but I did open it. And it was like this. It wasn't a statement. It wasn't a bank statement. It was it said the bank on it, and I just picked it up. It wasn't open. It was already open. It was just laying on his nightstand. So I picked it up, and it was one of those, those notices they give you when your account is negative. And so he had other information on his bank too. So so he had, I guess, overdraft this particular day for this amount. Okay, so here's the thing though, he wasn't a big McDonald's person, or whatever the case is. And I was looking at his information, his financial information, why he was not home, and I was waiting for him to get home, and his brother let me in the house. Okay, thanks, Philip. I really appreciate that. But yeah, so come to find out, how he overdraft was buying me food. Like, I would be at work and he'll ask me, did I want something to eat? He'll run to McDonald's and get like my favorite meal from McDonald's. I used to eat at McDonald's at one point in my life. So he did that, and it made him overdraft. And I was like, wow, that meant a lot to me. Just that point of, he would do that. It wasn't about him buying me food, even though I appreciate it because I was in college and I was, just paycheck to paycheck. But the fact that he will overdraft and overdraft again, just to make sure that I had something to eat. I thought that was just so selfless, and that was something I really admired. Not the fact that he overdrafted his bank account, but because he thought of me first. So I really appreciated that.
The dating process for us was very interesting. It was interesting because when we exchanged information, she would not talk to me. I would say it was about 6 years before she said a word to me. I'm thinking I got the number, fellas, we're not gonna call that same day because that makes us look, whatever. So I'm thinking, give it 2 days and give her a call. I give her a call, she's like, yeah, no, I can't talk right now. The next day, yeah, I can't really talk right now. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? You gave me your number. So we did that for a while, and she would not talk to me. Our dating process, once she finally started talking to me, after her 21-day fast, we went out, we had fun. The thing about us is that we would always find joy in simple things. So we would go to the park. We were in college. We didn't have any money. So we're going to the park. Let's go to the park. What do you want to do today? We're going to the park. So we would go to the park. We would go to different events, but we always tried to go to places and go be in environments where we can spend time talking together, listening to each other, and kind of learning more about each other. So our dating process, while it was extended, I feel it was extended for an amazing and for a great purpose and great reason, because we learned a lot about each other, so much so that once we entered into the engagement process, and I would even say even into the marriage, it was not a big jump. It wasn't a herky-jerky transition, because we were such good friends, and we built that friendship throughout our dating process.
It was interesting to say the least. I was in a very weird place. So a lot of the things that would have made me, I guess, get up and leave or leave the relationship, I was in a place to where, I didn't like God. I was at a point to where I didn't want anything God didn't want for me. And so initially from the beginning, I would have walked out on a lot of things because he just was not the type. But, I was like, no, I'm gonna do this your way, specifically by the book, whatever you say, whatever I feel you lead me to do, that's what I was gonna do. I was just at that point, as it relates to my dating life at that point. So it was interesting because some things that, I wanted to say I couldn't say, some ways I wanted to react, I couldn't react, because I was just not really in control of how I would typically date. So it was very interesting to me, but however, it was very fun as well, like getting to know him. We became like amazing friends. We were together every single day. I mean, every single day. I'm college students together every single day. Go to work, go to school, back with him. So it was very interesting what we're eating today. Typically we was broke pretty much every single day, so we was like, okay, Hungry Howie's has $5 pizzas, let's go get our pizza today, and dating, it was just it was fun though. It was interesting because it was new for me, just kind of like, like, God, what you want me to do, but it was fun though. It was fun, and I would trade it for anything. It was amazing.
I knew she was the one when we would constantly have conversations, and I would constantly listen in to what she was saying, and I would hear her heart concerning life, concerning God, concerning family. That made me know that there was something special about her. That made me know that at the end of the day, I saw her love for God was so much greater than her love for anything else in the world. I was like, I have to have this woman in my life. She's fine. She's saved. She's sexy. She's sophisticated. She got to be mine, brothers. She is off the market. She was off the market the moment I met her. She was off the market. So yeah, that made me know right there.
What made me know that he was the one is it's a spiritual answer and a practical answer. It's a spiritual answer and a practical answer. The spiritual answer, it was like in stages. So let me try to explain it. So I had this dream. He was chasing me, and I was like kind of tired of him chasing me. And I was like, why is this guy keep chasing me? I keep turning him down. I'm not answering his calls. I'm not calling him. It was just consistently like I didn't understand. And God gave me this dream. Basically, to make a long story short, the next day, it was his voice. Before I woke up, this voice said, because I was complaining, why does he keep aggravating me? This and that, blah blah blah. And then he said, and this voice says, because you don't know who he is. Because I was like frustrated, like why in the world he keeps, and I don't want him to keep following me. I don't want him to keep chasing me. And this voice was so loud and clear, and was like, because you feel that way because you don't know who he is. And it woke me up, and so it kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of made me be like freaked out a little bit, like, oh, okay. And then the next day, pretty much the dream comes to pass of what I was dreaming about. He sent me flowers, I put flowers and things of that in my car, and you know, that was what the dream was about. So I was like, whoa, okay. So that made me really pay attention to like, this guy may be someone that I need to pay attention to. And the practical reason was make me know, I guess that he was the one. Was just this. I was kind of just really settled. He was someone. He displayed someone that I wanted to marry, basically. He wasn't someone that I was like, I would marry him, the same person, and I would be happy. Like, I wasn't hoping he's changed, and you know, or I would marry you if, like, he, at the point to where we made the decision to marry, he was the person that I wanted to be with. Just point blank period. I thought he was an amazing person, especially after that overdraft thing. I was like, what? He would empty out his bank account just for me, so I was, that really like just blew my mind.